It is time now for your Sunday Money. You may have heard the term impact investing, which is a term for investing based on things like social or environmental values. And while putting money into investments that do good is growing in popularity, is it actually smart, though, for your money? Well, we have certified financial planner Paul Fain joining us this morning with all that advice that we need to know so we don't make a bad decision. So, Paul, first off, tell us a little bit more about this do-good investing and kind of explain some of the terms that may be unfamiliar to people.
Yeah, that's great, Leslie, because it's getting a little more confusing because a lot of terms are interchangeable, but we're kind of using the phrase impact investing to encompass, some of those areas you were talking about. But, some of the terminology is familiar, like socially responsible investing, SRI, has been around quite a while. So with socially responsible investing, you're typically excluding things. So you're looking, for example, for a mutual fund that might exclude tobacco or gambling or weapons manufacturing. Now, with a more newer term, ESG, environmental, social, and governance, these are a little more recent funds in development that are going to concentrate perhaps on the environment, companies working on renewable energies or maybe civil rights issues, women, minorities, et cetera, and things like that. And then you have other terms like sustainable or green or values-based or ethical investing that are all being used interchangeably.
Now, for people that, are attracted to something like that, are there good investment opportunities? Is it something you should go after in those kind of areas?
Well, there's, if you look back 10, 20 years, there maybe were 10 mutual funds. Now there's over 350 mutual funds and $160 billion invested in this area. So there is a lot of opportunity now if you want to integrate this into your portfolio or make it your entire portfolio strategy.
So how do you end up picking the right fit?
Yeah, great question.
There's so many options.
Yeah, exactly. So I think, first decide what you're looking for, in terms of your values or ethics or interests. So it could be that you're more interested in excluding certain companies or including certain companies or influence companies. And then you want to approach this just like screening any mutual fund. Learn a little bit more about the mutual fund manager. Most of the major fund companies have offerings in this area, whether it's Vanguard or Fidelity or Schwab, et cetera, et cetera. You always want to know what a mutual fund manager charges. There's high fees, low fees, and of course look at their track record.
Really kind of like anything new you want to jump in, do your homework before you do plunge ahead and go after something like that.
Yeah.
All right, now for our fast market facts. I love this music, it always gets me excited.
Yeah, well today, I thought if people sometimes say impact investing, socially responsible investing has weak returns. Well, that's not necessarily true. Of course, if you're limiting yourself to a subset of the economy, you may not have the same experience as everyone else. But I thought that's a good segue to talk about how investments have done so far this year. There's an old saying, Leslie, sell in May and go away. Well, it didn't fail this year.
We are in June.
Yeah, so just a peek at the market, looking at the S&P 500, a broad index, May was not a great month, down about 6%. The good news, though, Leslie, is that year-to-date, our U.S. stock market's still up over 10%.
Hey, there you go. Some people probably came out ahead.
I think
Paul,
so.
We appreciate it. Where can people send their questions to you?
Love these questions from viewers. We've got a good one in the queue on 529 plans. Send it to paul@assetplanningcorp.com.